Hi, my name is Leanna Russell, and this is my testimony. For as long as I can open my eyes, I was able to tell someone that I'm Christian, but I think that after a while and growing up, I think that I started to become ashamed because I didn't feel like my heart was fully in it. I felt like I was doing it for family and to please other people, but it came to a point where all I needed was Jesus. I think it started around, I would say, junior year. I really started to become just depressed and not knowing what to do with my life. It started affecting family, how I acted towards them, and friends. And I think I got to the point where I just knew what I needed to do. I ended up going to this summer camp, kind of, the summer before my senior year, and I ended up getting saved. I think that a part of the reason why I was kind of distant from Jesus was my own fault. I think that I was doing it on my own, and I was doing it on purpose because I felt forced at the time. I don't think that I fully knew or understood the meaning of having a relationship with Jesus until I realized I have to do it myself. No one else is going to do it for me. And I was ashamed. I didn't think that he would have accepted me at the time. But after reading the Bible a little bit, I realized that he accepts you how you are. And all it just takes is just either one conversation with him, opening your Bible a little bit more, or just taking that first step. I ended up getting baptized the second time because I think the first time I was around 8 years old. I didn't really fully knew the understanding of getting baptized or anything like that. I then started to grow a passion for talking to other people, friends and family, about growing a relationship with Christ. I was a bit scared because it is scary talking to people, especially about that, because I feel like it is a sensitive topic for some people. But it just grew upon me that I needed to share my testimony. I really wanted people to experience what I've experienced and grow a relationship with Jesus. So I ended up going back to school my senior year, and I learned that there was a club that had ended, a Christian club, and I wanted to pick it back up again. Again, I was very scared, but I had a friend who I ended up leading to Christ, and he had his own relationship with Jesus, and he's like, you know what, we got this, We started studying the Bible together, and we ended up talking to the teacher that was hosting the Christian club like a few years ago, and she was like, of course. And she said that she has been praying and she's been waiting for a student to come up to her and start it all back up again. So we ended up starting it back up, and it was called FCS, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and FCA originally, but we called it FCS, Fellowship of Christian Students, so it could be more of a broader range. I didn't expect the amount of people that signed up, but it was over 150 people, close to 200 students that were, I think they were curious for the most part. They didn't really expect or know what they were getting into at all. So we had Wednesday worship every Wednesday where I would kind of preach. It was very scary, a few months, but after a while, I prayed and prayed to get the confidence, to even get the knowledge to speak to other students, even if I didn't know all the answers. And it ended up being perfectly fine, because and it wasn't only me. I think it was mostly because God gave me the courage to do that. He gave me the knowledge, even if I didn't know what to say at the time. And being in high school, 17 years old, senior year, and I really had a passion for preaching and, you know, teaching other students. It's very scary because I spent all these years with other students that had saw me throughout the years make all these mistakes, and they're like, what happened to you? You know, and that's very hard. I think also being a president of a club, a Christian club specifically, you get held to a higher standard. So I had to keep myself in check, but I also had other students keeping me in check, definitely. And that affects who I am now. And the club still goes on past my leadership, and I'm really proud of myself, and I'm really grateful because it gave me the confidence, and it definitely taught me a lot. A lot of it, I think that I started with James because it was the shortest chapter, but it really helped me out, and I think that I have one verse that really stood out to me at the time. It says, it's James 5:19, my brothers and sisters, if one of you should wander from the truth and someone should bring that person back, remember this, whoever turns a sinner from the error of their way will save them from death and cover over a multitude of sins. I carried that all through my senior year, and I think that it was just a reminder.